this morning is that love wins over hate. And going in depth, we have Austin Mayor Steve Adler. Mayor, that was the message last night at a vigil where we saw, and it was so beautiful to see hundreds of people out there. And make no mistake, it was nice to see our city leaders standing in solidarity with those in the LGBT community. So thank you for that, and thank you for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you for the invitation to be here. And it was important for the whole community to be standing up at all levels of the community to make real clear that Austin is no place for hate. It's part of our community value.
And when it comes to security, that is a question I think that comes to mind when we hear what happened in Orlando. But the truth is, Mayor, that this could have happened anywhere in the United States. And Austin is home to many bars and nightclubs, not just for the gay community, but for everyone. So I'm wondering, what about security here in Austin? What are you doing to make sure that we are safe?
You know, it could happen anywhere, and it has happened everywhere, including here. Yeah. Austin is one of the locations for the very first domestic terrorist event. What happened at the Tower? There have been 2 more events since then in the city of Austin. I think it's a question of everyone being diligent. And as a community setting the value. But there are a lot of conversations happening in this city right now about security, not just at the gay clubs, right, but at all of the gathering places in the city.
And Mayor, can you tell us anything as far as what you would like to see with security? I know that you are talking with law enforcement officials, but what would you like to see to make sure that we step up patrols around clubs? Is that something that we're going to see?
You know, I haven't seen at this point yet specific steps that are to be taken. Right. So I'm not sure exactly what the response is. I know that we have one of the safest communities in the country here in Austin. Our public safety folks are doing an incredible job keeping us safe, and it's support that we have to continue to give them.
You know, when I was watching the news unfold yesterday, there are reports that have come out throughout the night of how when people were in the club, it was 300 people. And we'll take a look at some of the footage too. 300 people who were inside this club at the time, and many were looking for the closest exit wherever they could escape. Some tried to escape through the roof, through the air conditioning vents. Others tried to escape in small little spaces. But that makes me wonder, what happens here? You know, should we have some kind of emergency? Do you have enough people who go through these bars and these clubs in downtown Austin to make sure that they're up to code and to make sure that there are lots of different exits for people to escape should, God forbid, something like this happen here?
Well, this is the reason why cities have codes. It's the reason why Austin has codes. Right. And there are certainly requirements with respect to exits and the locations of exits and lighting and emergency lighting. Right. In places like this. And we have to enforce those codes and make sure that people abide by them. And I think that happens. You know, again, this is the kind of event that you don't want to see anywhere but can happen anywhere. And you hope that it doesn't, but that you make sure that you're taking all the steps that you can.
And are you comfortable that we have enough staff who do go through these different bars and clubs to make sure that they're up to code?
I mean, at this point, I'm sure that the conversations will take a look at that, and we have to be ever vigilant. But I haven't heard anyone suggest that we're lacking in that department.
Okay, well, that is good news to hear. Where were you when you heard the news about what happened yesterday in Orlando? Can you tell us a little bit?
I was waking up like everybody else, and in fact, I think I might have been coming here yesterday. And it was a shock, and to juxtapose that to what was happening this time last year when the Supreme Court was affirming the right of same-sex marriage in this country. The contrast is extreme, but it's important for the community to get together, both to celebrate when there are things to celebrate, but also to get together to give each other hugs when that's the appropriate thing to do as well.
Well, what does that say about Austin, that we are a place that is very welcoming of the LGBT community? You're the mayor of a city that is very welcoming, and that these clubs and nightclubs that we have here in Austin are a place for them to go and to feel safe and to live without judgment, not to die.
Absolutely, at a bare minimum. I am so proud to be a member of this community and to be mayor of this town. I love this city. It's a very magical place, and those clubs serve as a place of refuge, a place where folks can go and feel safe, and to feel accepted, and to have that kind of sanctity compromised, as it was in Orlando, is one of the reasons why in that community it is so shocking, even beyond the fact that it is the worst scale of this kind of event in the country. It was something that hit home and hit in what had been such a secure and safe place. But in terms of our community, the values that we express in this community, that Austin is no place for hate, is one of the reasons why I'm here.
And one of the reasons why hundreds gathered last night.
Absolutely.
For this vigil. Mayor, thank you for that. And we look forward to talking to you as we move forward, talking about security and what you're doing in the city to make sure that we're all safe. I appreciate you.